All right, what you would do is I'm going to give you an introduction to a program called Audacity. It's a free program that you get online to edit audio. After you download everything, download the drivers and everything that you need to do the program. By the way, this is already on the church desktop, so you don't have to worry about downloading it on there. But if you wanted to also edit audio from your home, you did this program. Okay, this little message is gonna come up. Don't worry about it. Click off of it. All right. So let's talk about what you can do in Audacity. Okay, I'm gonna gear it specifically towards pretty much our needs. Okay, as a ministry, most of the time when we're gonna be editing, whether it's gonna be audio, it's going to be either editing, like say, music tracks together, editing like speaking tracks, like say a message, or editing a combination of both. I mean, you could do so many different things with this if you get creative. I mean, you can put together a mix CD, okay? You could put together a message. This is where you can trim up the audio and then and release a audio series for Minister Lee or Pastor Lee or another minister or something. Put together different audio series. Okay, you could do anything from you could create promo radio inserts. Okay, you could do voiceovers. I mean, so many different things, and that's what this program can do. Even though it's a super basic program, it's pretty much all the same. Okay, so let me just get into now where everything's at. Okay, I'm gonna just give you a few quick tips on what this is. Okay, for first off, let's talk about this space right here. This is where everything's gonna be at. Okay, this is where you're gonna see all your audio tracks, everything. There you go. It's actually called a timeline. The reason why it's called a timeline because you start at there's this list all the seconds, minutes, etc., etc. Okay. All right. So next thing I want you to look at here right here is this section, and this is kind of cool. Anyway, you want to look at this section. It's called a transport area or window. But when you think about transportation, what happens during transportation? You take things to and from different places, so you can drive to somewhere and drive back somewhere. So that's what you gotta think about when you think about transport. That's why it's called a transport. And you see right here it says transport. You could pause the track, you could play the track, stop it, skip to the start, skip to the end. You can record. Okay, that's transport. Here is gonna be all your tools. Okay, if you hover over something, it'll tell you exactly what it is. This is a selection tool, envelope tool, zoom tool, time shift tool, multi tool, and draw tool. The two tools out of this you're gonna need use the most are gonna be selection tool and your time shift tool. That's it. Okay, that's when you're gonna use the most. Sometimes you use the zoom tool, but these other three is more advanced. Right now, we're just gonna focus on maybe, like I said, this is the basics. We'll release a more advanced one later, but this is the basics. Okay, over here you have the volume level. This is the playback. This is the playback level. Again, if you kind of don't know what's going on, you just hover over it to tell you. This is the recording level. Whenever you're playing something or recording something, you make sure that it's not hitting in the red. Red is not good. Okay. This is where you monitor that level. Okay. And then this is where you actually can control the level. You can actually, you see what I'm saying? So this is where you can turn up the music or turn it down the music or whatever type of audio you have in here. And this is where you can turn up how loud or soft the mic is. Okay. This section right here is where you can choose the different mics or speakers. So for instance, for this is the speakers. This is what's going to control how you hear the sound in the program. Okay. Right now I have a Logitech USB headset, which I use to do all my recordings. So if I wanted to hear out of that headset as I'm playing audio or whatever, I'm going to select that. I could also select the speakers, the Realtek high definition, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. It's just whatever speakers. And it'll, you know, based on what you have, you'll see it down here. Same thing with the mic. If I was recording out of some other mic, you'll see that. But I'm recording out of this Logitech headset. And then you have the mono recording or stereo recording. Okay, we're doing mono recording because it's a talking recording. Okay. Anyway, this right here, this area right here is where you could do all your editing tools, right? If you want to cut or delete a piece of audio, you click on the snipper, the scissors. You want to copy some audio. You want to paste some audio. Trim audio. Now, the cool thing about the trim audio tool is it's basically going to trim, like if you select something, say we have some audio right here and you select from here to here, it's going to only keep that with the trim tool, and everything else around it is going to go away. This right here is going to silence audio. So whatever you select, like say if I select that, it's going to select this audio, it's going to silence this audio, and then everything else around it is going to still play. Okay. So undo, redo, sync to lock tracks, and use where you can zoom in, zoom out, fit selection, fit project. Now this is the cool, these zoom functions right here are pretty cool. And the reason why, okay, is because sometimes when you're in your editing mode and you're going, you kind of can lose your place because you're like, sometimes you have to zoom all the way in, zoom out. This is a quick way to boom, fit the section or fit the project and get right where you're needing to get to. I'll show you more on that later. Last but not least, you'd see these sections right here. This is where you can, you know, create new projects, save, etc. Okay, import and export audio, all of that's going to be right here. Editing, that's where you can do the editing of the actual audio. Okay, this is going to deal with how you view it. Okay, view the audio. This transport is, again, think about transportation, where you're going to be at, and this is called a timeline. Okay, in the timeline, that's what the transport is going to do, and this is how you create new tracks, and everything that has to do with tracks. Generate, if you wanted to generate a tone or generate a, you know, different things, and again, that's more so getting into some more advanced stuff. Don't worry about it. This is where you can apply your effects. You know, your effects right here, and analyzing and different things like that. And you can always, you know, get some help right here too if you don't know. But this is just an introduction. Okay, so the second thing I want to teach you is how to create and save projects the proper way. It's pretty simple. All you're going to do is come here to File, and then you're going to scroll down here to Save Project As. Now, if you're already working on something, you want to go ahead and push New. Okay, that's just, let's just assume you did that. If you did that, then that's going to come up, and a new project is going to come up. But since we're already in a new project, you're just going to go to Save Project As. This is just letting you know that this is not, Save Project is for an Audacity project, not for an audio file. For an audio file that will open in other apps, use export. It's just kind of letting you know, like, look, you're not saving audio. Like, you're not saving an audio file. You're just saving a project with audio files in it. So don't worry about this little warning. Again, you always want to save to your desktop initially so that you can easily find what you just created. Leave this alone. This is just the file for Audacity projects. And basically you want to go ahead and put the name of whatever you're saving in there. So for instance, say if you're working on a message promo, let's just say that this is called message promo. You put underscore so that as I continue to create my file here, if I need to find any message promo, I can go and search for it easily, and it'll only pull up message promos. Okay, so if you put message promo, then you'll put who the message promo is for. Okay, so let's say this is for Pastor Lee. All right, now then you want to also put specifically what the message promo is. Now you can put that even before that or whatever, and we'll disclose the exact order of how we want everything. But when it comes to name, this, that, the other, you know what I mean. But we have the message promo, Pastor Lee, and then you could put you know convergence conference. For short, convert V conf, and you just put the year. So that way, anything that we're looking for that has to do with the convergence conference, if we know that we have to, if we know we're using the syllables CONV CONF, we can go to the search on the computer and put CONV CONF, and everything that has to do with convergence conference will pull up. Why? Because it's in these within these underscores right here. Okay, it's kind of like putting these quote unquotes there when you search in Google. Same thing right here. Anything we have that has to do with Pastor Lee, see, that's how we can organize it. Anything that has to do with Pastor Lee, if you just put Pastor Lee and you say, look, I'm looking for a message, I forgot where I put it. Okay, let me just search Pastor Lee. Boom. Anything with the file name that has Pastor Lee in it is going to come up. If you're looking for message promos, anything, so it's all, or anything I made in 2015, bam, same, everything is everything, I shouldn't say everything is everything. You know what I mean? You can find everything where you need. Then after you do that, you just push save. I'm gonna show you right here. Okay. Oh, there we go. That is right there. Okay, so now what you want to do, I'm going to teach you how to create tracks and import audio. This is how to get things going. This is the basics of everything. So we had this message promo, Pastor Lee, conversion conference, da da da. Okay. Now we need to go ahead and get some some audio in here or create a track. And I'm gonna show you quickly how to do that. First, you can go to tracks, add new track. Audio track is gonna get you a mono track, which is normally for speaking. You don't want to ever record a speaking track in stereo. You usually record a speaking track in mono. If you want to record music, it's always going to be in stereo. Because music is, it records the left and the right. Okay, that's a stereo track. Oops, it's audio. It's a mono track, and you'll know if you don't know which one is which. Just look right here. It's going to say it. Stereo. Mono. Okay. That's one way to do it. Okay. It's one way to do it. It's probably the best way to do it, honestly. But you can also do Control Shift N. Let's do it. Control Shift N. Now, I don't know why we can't do a stereo track, but one thing you can do is once you have audio in there, you can make it a stereo track. But that's besides the point here. So that's how you create new tracks here. Okay. Simple. Go to track. Bam. Add new. Audio track for mono track for speaking. Stereo track for music. Okay. Don't worry about all this other stuff right now. Just stick to what I'm telling you right here. Don't worry about the label track, time track. What does the label track do? Don't worry. Don't concern yourself with it right now. What does the time track do? Don't concern yourself with it. All right. Now, importing audio. Pretty simple. You can do it two ways. Go to File, then go to Import, then go to Audio. Wham. Again, that melts everything should be on the desktop. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to Media Department, and I'm going to go to Audio Editing Basic. No, I'm going to Training Files. Okay, editing the materials. So this wherever you have the stuff that you're trying to put in here, that's where you're going to go. Let's just say we're going to go ahead and get a talking sample here. Boom. Now that's one way, and I can put in some music too, but I'm gonna show you another way you can do it. Okay, go to Media Department. You're gonna go to Files, Training Files, Edit Materials, and we're gonna go to this beat. You can just click on it, hold it, and drag it. Bam, drop it. Let's go. It's done. You see how simple that was? Okay. If I wanted to do that a different way, again, you go to File, Import, Audio, and I could come in and just do it like that. So now I have it twice. Oops. All right, so now I'm gonna go over some audio editing basics. The things I'm gonna go over here will be cutting, trimming, and fading audio, and I'm gonna show you those three basic things here. Okay, in multiple different ways. Now, before I show you that, I need to show you this. If you look right here, there's a couple different things you can do. Now this is your beat, okay, or your music track. It's a stereo track. That's how you know it's music. Now, you know, this is talking because it's a mono track, and also because you have it named here. All right, so two things I want you to see here on every track. You can see you can mute it. So it means I can listen to this. See how they hit the red there? That's not good. Okay, so normally you would hear talking, but because it's muted, you don't. Now you unmute it. See? All of a sudden, now you hear it. Now, if I want to only hear just this talking part and not any of the other tracks, you push solo. All right. Simple enough, correct? I would think so. Um, Only other thing you can do here is you can turn it up or turn it down if it's low, vice versa. Yeah. Let's see if it does that. Now, it's a cool thing. One cool tip I'm gonna show you. Now, say if you know your track is all the way turned up like this, and you don't know exactly how to get it to the middle here. You're having trouble. You're like trying to get it to the zero. Okay, it's cool. All you have to do is push down Control on your keyboard, and then left click it. It's done. Same thing right here. Bam. That's simple. Okay, simple tip right there. This is how you name your track. Name it whatever you want. Let's say that's what you're gonna name it. Okay. You can move your track down. Move your track up. Okay. So let's get into it. Cutting. Okay. Now, before we do cutting and all that type of stuff, I'm just gonna go ahead and do what we call a just duplicating this track. Okay. I'm gonna mute out the beat or the music. Okay. And we're only going to deal with this audio far as for the cut for me teaching you the cutting, trimming, and all fading and all that good stuff for right now. Okay. So say I want to duplicate this. I'm going to go ahead and click copy. I'm going to click in the timeline right here, or I can click here to play it anywhere, but stop it and it's going to go right back to where I clicked in here. This is your timeline. You click anywhere you want it. Everything all together here. I'm gonna try to do this under like say 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Edit this real quick for you and show you how to do this. So say I want to do a message promo, okay? 1 minute message promo. Or let's not even say 1 minute. Let's say you want to do a 30-second message promo of say the bigger message. What you want to do is you want to first get an idea of what you want to do. Okay? Just like with anything, before you write a paper, you write an outline. Okay? You organize and you kind of vision. Before you start a business, you do a business plan. So before you edit your audio, take out a piece of paper real quick and say, all right, this is how kind of how I want to do it. Listen to your vocal, the speaking part first, and just kind of see, all right, which parts you want. All right. To the next level, because those things that were holding you back in 2014. You know what I'm saying? You can just check and see what you want, and then you go from there. And then you say, all right, I want some music to come in right here. Just have a game plan. But for me, what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna take 30 seconds of this. The first thing I'm gonna do is create another track. Okay, another audio track, and I'm gonna create another stereo track. Okay. And if I want to move this track up here, I can, as you just seen. And if I want to move it right here, I can, as you just see. Let's click on it and move it. All right, cool. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually mute this talking part first, and then I'm gonna come over here and I'm just gonna grab. Let's see, 30 seconds. Again, if you can't see it all the way, you can just go right in here and do a fine tooth comb and use the selector tool to grab 30 seconds worth of this audio. And come to, okay, so I'm grabbing 30 seconds. Again, what I can do is I can trim this audio. That gets rid of everything on the right and the left. And then I'm going to come to your time shift tool. I'm going to come back out here, fit it to the project. Bam. All right. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. And I already know, for me, like with this project, I already know I'm gonna fade in and fade out on the music. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and come in here, and that's the first thing I'm gonna do real quick. Hit the fade in and fade out. I'm gonna do like a 3-second fade in, 3-second fade out. So I'm gonna fade it out first. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and snap to the beginning. That's in the transport window, so take us right there to the beginning. That's all I did. All right, select it, fade in. Okay, boom. And then I want to turn the music down so it's not so loud over the talking part. But so now I'm just going to go ahead and take it back, and I'm going to push play. Arc Media, we're going to take our audio and our video to the next. Okay, so you have the fade in, and then you have the fade out on this. All right, so that's for the music. get rid of this other audio track. Click on that. Bam, that's out of here. So next thing I want to do is I want to now find the best parts of this audio, and I want to put them right here. So let's just Arc Media. We're going to take our audio and our video to the next level. So I'm going to take that part. We're going to take our audio and video to the next level. Okay. You can do one, two things. You can copy and you can paste it up here. So I'm going to go ahead and bam, click right here, paste it, done. All right, mute that out. We're going to take this thing to the next level. All right, we already have that part, so let's find another part that might sound good here. Let's try right there. If you don't want to go to the next level, I'm sorry, you still have to go to the next level. Okay, so that's cool. We're going to take that. Okay, we can copy it. We can come here, and if you need to get right up on it, don't worry. Just click on it, and then paste it. Remember, if you want to get right up on it, you can just collect that other tool. See the yellow line? Bam, it snapped it right in there. That's simple. And remember, we need 30 seconds of audio of the talking part to go to the next level, because those things that were holding you back. So I'm gonna get that. Those things that were holding you back. Look up here, zoom in, so you get the right part. Those things that were holding you back in 2014 and the years before that, 2015, are no longer going to be affecting you any longer. Okay, so we're gonna get that phrase right there. Okay. Let's play it. Those things that were holding you back in 2014 and the years before that, 2015, are no longer going to be affecting you any longer. Those things. All right, copy. Paste. Select. Okay. Okay, so what I've done is I've basically have completed editing the audio clips, as you can see here. It's a 30-second clip basically, and I'm just gonna push play here, let you hear a little bit of it. We're going to take our audio and our video to the next level. And if you don't want to go to the next level, I'm sorry, you still have to go to the next level. Those things that were holding you back in 2014 and the years before 2015. And if you listen to it, it kind of sounds a little bit off on certain parts. So I'm gonna slide it. And that's key. You always want to listen to it before you just let it go. Now, honestly, with this, I'm going I'm going to go ahead and do a quick edit before I teach you the next step. But basically, in this video, I'm going to show you how to export your audio. But before you export your audio, you always want to listen to it thoroughly to make sure that you have everything, where you need to. You see what I'm saying? Everything needs to be in order before you export it. All right, cool. So I saw this little part. It was just annoying. It was kind of, and just needed to go. So that's what I did. Made it happen. Years before. Take this part out. Okay. This is where you do your before you export it is where you do your final editing. Okay, this is where you do your final edits. Okay, so I mean it's a basic, it's a basic thing here. But yeah, anyway, you're gonna click shift, click on the track, click shift, and it's gonna select all of the tracks within that particular time. It's 30 seconds, and then you're gonna come here and you're gonna go export audio, or you can go export selected audio. Let's go to export selected audio. I'm gonna click that. Bam. Oh, what do you know? We already have everything done right here. You can pick whatever file you want. You can do a WAV file, MP3 file, whatever. Let's do it for this particular thing. Let's do a MP3 file. Yeah, so you're basically gonna do, you're gonna get this for the MP3 file here, and you're just gonna push save. And here you will list everything out. Okay, artist name. It's not an artist, but just the name of the person who's gonna be doing the message or whatever, or who it's for. And we're just gonna pretend that that audio I just did was not me, right? This is just an example, people. The name of whatever you're doing is Convergence Conference Message Promo. This is hypothetically speaking in the year 2015 for the year. Okay, you can click that.